Atlanta City Council voted less than 24 hours ago to approve a new Edgewood Avenue task force. The move follows a weekend of gun violence in late July where police responded to a dozen shootings. A mass shooting on Edgewood Avenue left one man dead and 10 other people injured. Here to talk with me more about it is City Council member Liliana Bakhtiari, who represents the Sweet Auburn District. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, last week we had you on. We talked a little bit about this new task force, and now it's been approved. Can you give us a little refresher on the goals of the task force?
Yeah, so it's a 9-member task force. The intention is for the report to be done at the end of the year. And this will be a combination of community members and neighborhood leaders, public safety in the city, and the mayor's office, so the administration at the table, businesses, as well as myself and some of my colleagues.
Yeah, you said business and community leaders along Edgewood Avenue have told us that it's not just gun violence here they're worried about other concerns as well. Have they expressed those concerns to you?
They have. So we are looking at things like illegal vending. We're looking at businesses to ensure that they have the proper licensing and their certificate of occupancies. We want to make sure that everyone is operating within the letter of the law. As you said, that doesn't just pertain to gun violence, that also pertains to everyday operations.
Yeah. What has made this such a hotbed for violence here lately?
Whenever we see extreme heat, we always know that causes an uptick. But I would also say, again, it's the access to guns. It's the fact that somebody could walk into a gun store and easily be approved for a weapon in less than 20 minutes, whereas if you wanted to go get a prescription or get an appointment with a doctor, it takes far much more time. So one of the biggest issues that we don't talk about, of course, is unregulated access to guns, but also it's an opportunity for us to come together as a community and look at ending violence in a holistic way, looking at underlying causes and how we help our youth understand how to cope with their emotions outside of immediately resorting to weapons.
Go into a little bit depth about what you think will take place with the task force that will help to make the difference here.
What it's going to do is it's going to make sure that we're not operating, again, in silos. A lot of people have been doing work on this corridor, and a lot of that work has been happening separately. So we're bringing everyone to the table. We're going to bring folks that are property owners who have been in this corridor for decades doing this work, religious leaders who have been also in this community talking about the beloved community, doing everything they can to eliminate violence. We're going to be asking the business associations to come to the table. Having the mayor in the room and his team is going to make a huge difference. And so the folks that we've put together have all been leading initiatives on their own. We're going to come together and you're going to see a lot more results happen a lot more quickly.
Give us a timeline on this. When do you expect to see some of the recommendations from the task force once they get together?
We expect to have everything completed by December with regular updates along the way.
And you got recommendations from the task force that is going to come to you, and then that's how things will work out? Like you'll kind of dispatch whatever is said or whatever is recommended?
Correct. We're going to take a look at what the community is suggesting because we all need to acknowledge that the people on this corridor are experts on their own living conditions, so their expertise is vitally important. I think a lot of times when you see things like this occur, there's a lot of reactivity, and oftentimes it's the administrators that are trying to step in to create fast solutions. This is the opposite, in my opinion. Those administrators, those people, the operating arm of the city is coming to the table to hear what the community wants and seeing how we can best execute their vision in a way that's safe and legal. Yeah. So we're going to see a lot more, I think, a lot more solutions. I have a lot of hope for this, and I don't believe this will be a one-time thing. I think this will set the foundation for consistency across the board for many, many years to come.
So you think something like this could spread to other parts of our community as well?
My hope in doing anything in my district is that it is always scalable. That is always my intention.
Forecast a little bit for me when we look at this maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, what do you hope things will look like by then?
What I hope you'll see is a clean, beautiful corridor with filled storefronts, a diversity of community, a mixed income community, with a neighborhood that people can walk to or bike to, whatever they need within 15 minutes. And we have a robust nightlife, as well as folks that can come to church on a Sunday morning and be proud of their community. Yeah. I believe that can be done.
Yeah. Have you talked to anybody in the community about what's been happening lately? Have you had a chance to talk to your constituents about it?
Every single day.
And what are they saying? What are their sentiments about this? I'm sure they're pleased about the task force, but what have they been talking to you specifically about?
I mean, they're frustrated. They're frustrated that they feel that, that the Sweet Auburn neighborhood, the only thing that we see about it on Edgewood Avenue is the negativity. There's a lot of positive things that occur. So they really want they're happy about the task force. What they really, really want from this task force, in addition to support and safety, is just lifting them up again as the beloved community, as people that actually are responsible business owners that want to see this progress come, that want to be at the table, that want to welcome visitors and neighbors and seniors and worshipers alike. And so that is really what they want, and they want to be in the room for those decisions. So my goal is to really take in their plans, their opinions, what they want to see change, and make sure that we're executing that in the best way possible.
Got it. Liliana Bakhtiari, thanks so much for joining us today, and thanks for your insight.
Thanks for having me.